Okay, today is day 2 of the first floor deck installation. Looks like they've got all the floor joists in place. A hole in the top there for access to the basement from the first floor. Still haven't put up the walkout basement walls, and I'm sure that's just for convenience, as well as the fact that the concrete guys still have to pour the floor because there's still gravel. If you look in through this window, you can see the concrete guys were here. They had to create new, I guess, flat little concrete pads because they were a little off in their alignment with the girder support pads that they had already put in. So they were here today, but unfortunately not doing the entire floor. There's our subfloor, OSB subfloor, that I'm assuming they're going to put on either tomorrow or Monday after the floor's been poured. They still have a decent amount of stuff to do, and there's a bit of landscaping, or at least moving some dirt around, that is to be done tomorrow. That's why I'm up here tonight. I have a giant log pile to move. Had another load of stone delivered today, and it looks like they filled in the little stoop that will go into the mud room in my office, as well as filling in the garage and getting it ready to have the concrete floor poured. You can see over here, one of my contractor's guys has been hard at work rounding up dirt so that we can eliminate, or at least make this ledge over here at the end of at the side of the driveway, I guess, a little more tolerable. So I have to cut down a couple trees here and move a load of wood. Tomorrow another load of stone will be delivered, and this stoop here, this slope down from what will be the driveway into the garage there, down to kind of the second tier, will be a little more gradual, and we'll have additional parking right over here. And I will also put my shed for all my outside stuff, lawnmowers and so forth, back here, which will give the neighbor's pool privacy and us privacy. And unfortunately tonight, my task is to cut down a couple of these trees so that tomorrow, when they bring in more fill and rock, they can taper this bank kind of into the woods a little bit, so it looks a little more gradual and not such a steep bank, and they can get ready to make this another little parking area. So I've got my work cut out for me tonight. So you can see this is the view from the basement. It's kind of neat to finally have what will soon be, I guess, a roof on the basement for the first floor deck. Again, they poured concrete pads here because they were a little out of alignment before, so you can kind of see them, which makes me feel a little better, because I was a little concerned about some of these poles here not being in the right spot or being on the very edge of a concrete pad. If you've been doing your homework from what we talked about in our last post on the website, that's the girder, the one that I would have never guessed was called a girder. There's the eye joists. You can't really see, but that little 2x6 pressure treated sill plate. I think I've decided my last name should just be permanently changed to K-E-M-M-I-C-K instead of K-E-M-I-C-K. Everybody always gets it wrong. I don't take any offense to it, but maybe it'd just be easier for everyone else if it was just K-E-M-M-I-C-K. This is gonna change the ownership of our home eventually. I think if they write the wrong name on here enough times, somebody with the last name K-E-M-M-I-C-K is actually gonna own this house, but I guess the upside to that is they'll make the mortgage payments too, probably. Here's a view from a little higher. They finished the first floor deck today, 2.5 days after the delivery. So it didn't take them long at all. You can see the subfloor is all in place. They've got all the lolly columns set up now. And it's ready to have the floor poured on Monday. And then hopefully Tuesday they will deliver the first shipment of the actual house components. And I'm told by one of the contractors that they may be able to have the first floor as well as the second floor deck done by Thursday, maybe Friday of next week. So it looks like the actual shape and walls of the house will be set up pretty quick. Here's a top view of the first floor deck in its entirety. Looks like they set a couple pieces of wood over the hole that you use to access the basement, probably just in case it rains. There's a chance tomorrow, and for safety purposes, I'm sure. And Monday morning they should pour the garage floor and the basement floor, and then Tuesday, as I was saying, they should have the first floor walls and the second floor deck delivered, and then hopefully by Thursday of next week, the end of Thursday, they'll have that all set up. Here's just a view from the garage side. You can see where we'll enter the garage there. They did quite a bit of work today with getting our driveway shaped with gravel and dirt. You can see we built this all up, and probably the most significant achievement for the day was creating this kind of extra driveway parking space, which I'll also use to set my shed on, and then we'll park in front of that and make it nice and easy in the winter when I need to get my snowblower out or use the tractor to plow. And there's the bay window for the dining room, and there is where the breakfast nook will be, which will walk out onto a deck. Down there, the other part that sticks out is going to be the fireplace for the family room. You might be able to hear my family and I have decided to just move into the basement because we're so excited, and the girls are in there playing.